Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tim Hallacy, Superintendent of Silver Lake Schools and a candidate for the superintendent position at Shawnee Heights. Unfortunately today, with COVID, we can't have the traditional settings of meet and greet, so we'll have to do a short video where I can tell you about a little bit about myself and a little bit about my background. I'm not originally from here. My wife and I both grew up in small towns in southeast Kansas. We met at Pittsburgh State University, and we moved to Shawnee County like a lot of people for economic opportunities. So about 28 years ago, we came to Shawnee County. My wife is a social worker, and I was a school teacher. I was fortunate enough to get a job at Silver Lake Junior-Senior High. Now, I had always thought that I would be a high school government teacher, economics teacher, and history teacher. But Silver Lake Junior High was the best job I could find. And it didn't take me long to figure out that working with middle-aged students and adolescents was actually my calling. And much to my surprise, I would spend the next 20 years of my career working with that age. So it's been a lot of fun in working with that group through that time. My wife and I are also the proud parents of 2 young adult children who also live in the Topeka area, so Shawnee County has been our home for the last 29 years. At Silver Lake, I found a wonderful teaching and working environment. I was a young teacher, we had a veteran staff, and the expectations were extremely high. And so you were supported, but you were also expected to be good and work hard. One of the things that the district did was they also invested in their teachers and staff. And I had an opportunity to pursue my master's degree at Washburn University, and I received my master's in school leadership and administration. In 1999, I decided to move into administration, and I joined the Seaman district as assistant principal and athletic director at Northern Hills Junior High. Northern Hills Junior High was a fun staff at that time. They had an excellent mix of veteran teachers and young teachers, and they were very good at working with students. We had a great environment. It was an exceptional one to learn and work in, and it was a great experience for me as I got to grow as an administrator and a leader. In 2006, I had an opportunity, quite unexpectedly, to join the Shawnee Heights team. I joined the team as a principal of Shawnee Heights Middle School, and I was immediately impressed by the investment that the district had made in the middle school. True teaming, high-functioning teams, a comprehensive system of student supports for their academic and emotional well-being, and the empowerment that was given to teachers and administrators to identify issues, initiatives that they wanted to do, and put those into place and into action. It was a great environment, and I was able to spend 6 years here as part of that team. We were also surrounded by high-functioning systems in place that helped us all be more successful in our jobs. It was an exciting time at Shawnee Heights, too. We had an opportunity to do some initial tech integration and experiments with iPads and work on those. We also worked very hard on the academic side and found new ways to assist students who needed some extra help. So it was a great time, but also a time of challenge. During that era, we entered the Great Recession, and unfortunately, we experienced a lot of cuts. And we always found a way to make do and do more with less. And so it was a good 6-year run, and we were able to accomplish a lot during that time. In 2012, I had the opportunity to become superintendent of Silver Lake Schools and go back to where my career started. I made that transition there, and that is a dynamic district. I know that some of you may be familiar with it, and they are in the paper a lot for the success they have at activities, but I will tell you they are even better at the academic side. And so we've been able to do a lot of innovative initiatives there, from technology to how we work with students to personalizing learning. And it's a very fun environment to work in and work with kids. There's a lot of similarities, actually, between Silver Lake and Shawnee Heights. You know, you might not think of that because when you consider the scales of the two districts and size. But all great districts have things in common. Healthy climates and cultures. We are also communities built around a school system, so the school is part of the community's identity. It lends itself to a lot of natural support. So we've always had lots of common things like that in place, which has really helped us out as we move forward. You know, we all want the same things for our children right now as parents. We want our children to be happy. We want our children to grow emotionally and socially. We want them to grow academically. We also want them to feel like they belong. And high quality schools like Silver Lake and Shawnee Heights are able to provide that for them. Unfortunately, we find ourselves in another challenge, and that's the challenge of the epidemic. And so as we work through that and everybody wants to come back to normal, we know that's going to take some time. And we're not going to be able to do that as easily or as quickly as people hope. But pandemics don't last forever. They do come to an end. And there are some silver linings within those. If you look at the new models that we're able to address and work around for remote learning, it's allowing us to personalize how we work with students. It's been a huge boon for tech integration as we're able to use technology at all different levels for that. It's also going to speed us towards where education is going. You know, education's moving away from the more passive traditional model of lecture-based instruction and teach to the middle that most of you and I were educated with. We are into a new era where students are applying knowledge and skills at deeper levels. We are bringing in real-world examples and attaching our curriculum to it so students can make meaning and create out of those. We will consistently bring those types of innovations to the forefront as we move forward. But it also takes the empowerment of teachers, and we need to empower our teachers to make those changes and do those. That's not going to be a quick journey. It's going to take some time. We will misstep along the way, but every step we take forward to creating a more responsive system, we will be more successful in preparing our students for the future. Those things are going to happen in districts that are well positioned with strong organizational structures and supportive working and learning environments like Silver Lake, like Shawnee Heights, like other dynamic organizations are much more well positioned to make those things happen. I wish my friends here at Shawnee Heights the best in their search for